Welcome to Trading Lounge and the US indices. We look at the S&P, the NASDAQ, and we'll also look at Amazon as well. And as you may know, I've been talking about different Elliott Wave patterns in the bigger picture. I'm not interested in going there today. I just really want to stay on track in terms of the smaller wave count, which we're looking at now. So the A wave here and the B wave here, they could be counted as different waves. I'm not sort of interested in that. What we were looking at was that we were looking for 5 waves up at the turn here at the 2800, and then we were looking for 5 waves to the downside and then 3 waves back up. So we've got those 5 waves to the downside now, so we're looking at 3 waves to the upside to the 50-60% retracement level, and then we're going to be moving to the downside. So we'll have a look at that in a little bit more detail here. I've got it labeled blue here, minuette degree here, but in blue, but in this next, when I go to the smaller version here in 1 hour, I've got it on green, so apologies about that, but just a little bit more detail here. So yes, from the 2800 area here, we can look at this as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here. So we've got to clear 5 waves down. Because we've got 5 waves down in the different direction, we're going to be looking at an A and a B and a C wave, and then we're going to be moving down. Now, the trading strategy for this is that the number up here, the 50 and 60% retracement level, is important, but then we've got group 1 here as well. So you can work through those. Don't shovel it all in on the turn here. Sure, build it in this space here. But really it's coming back under the 27. Well, if I see the market trading above, this is group 1 here of 2700, 10, 20 and 30. If I see the market above 2730 area here, and then it comes back and finds the 2720, the number 2 here, I call it the pivot within subgroup 2, if that becomes the retested resistance, that's where I would build the first trade in. And then we can expect some vibrations across the 10 and back to the 700 here as a bit of a bounce. It maybe even come back up and test that 20 there, so be mindful of all of that. But once the market builds under the 2700, then build in the next trade here, and the place to build in the following trade is at the 72 area here. So once the 72 here, that's a 63 I know, but it should be 2672, and once that 2 becomes the retested resistance, you can build in there, and you can also build in under the 65 as well. Now you're going to get a bounce off the 50 here that can certainly come back and check the 65, so be mindful of that. But once the 50 becomes the retested resistance, you can look to add again at that point. So they're the places that we just add to in a normal process through the trading levels on the way down. The other thing to keep it quite simple, we're looking for 3 waves up, and it should be a simple ABC zigzag, which will be 5, 3 and 5 waves here. So you can sell into the 5th wave here, but also to the low here and the low of wave B here, wherever that comes into. Then you can obviously adjust this here, because you want to be short once this line here becomes the retested resistance, then you can look to sell that. And the retested resistance is, if I just draw a line through here, market comes down, hits level, bounces off level, comes through level, it will come back and check level, and then move down from there. Maybe 5% of the time we can always see a second retest of that level. So I'm saying that so you can keep your stops out of the way, and wider stops and less money in the market is a it's a safer way to go. I know being conservative is boring in a fast, high leverage market, but better to be safe than sorry. So yeah, look, that's it in a nutshell. We should see wave A come up and touch on the the 27 here, then we can look for wave B to pull back 50-60%, and then wave C coming up into the supply levels here into group 2 here, and then moving down from that point there. If the 2750 becomes the support, well, then I've made a mistake. Okay, that's why I want to build in really below the 2700 area here, but certainly put a few trades in up through here. In fact, if the 2730 becomes the tested support, then we're going to be going up to 50 at that point. It's okay to trade above the 2730, the top of group 1. It's okay to trade above there, but it's the retest that I'm interested in. So you can get, if I can exaggerate here, you can get highs above here, right? And those things like that, and even probably a second high here. But we don't want to make a third high here. Do you know what I mean? We don't want to make a new high above any of these older highs here. It's okay to have these highs, and then you bring your stops down over that, and your triggers to the long side above that. So the NASDAQ's much the same. So I might just look at Amazon first, just on the hourly chart here. So we're looking down here as 5 waves from an A wave, and then an A and a B and a C wave here, because we're looking at the 1800, a little bit short. But it's good to note too that it was a bit short here as well. So obviously supply levels and orders and so on. So once again here we're looking, didn't really count a good 5 waves up here really. I was short 1 wave there. I must go back and check that. But as far as I can see, we'll be looking for an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave, and then down again. So pretty much shorting again under the what I call the medium level here, the 1650, would be the way to move lower into this space here, and we'll be looking for 5 waves down here as well. So the NASDAQ is same. So from the top area here, we've got, as you can see, we've got a very clear 5-wave structure to the downside here as wave 1, and then an A wave and a B wave and a C wave up into the 6-9 area here, and then shorting. So build trades in, above here, but once the 6-8 here becomes the retested resistance, then you can be assured that we're moving lower at that point there. So this is the place to build a few trades in here. Just keep it, keep it small, and then you've got some pocket money and space to cover the risk in this area through here. Yeah, don't expect it to go to the 61.8% as well, because we're in a 3rd wave here, but it can, but be mindful, it's all really about counting 5 waves up in this little in wave C here. That's what it's all about, getting 5 waves in that structure there. And wave A should have some sort of Fibonacci relationship to it in wave C here. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that. Thanks for tuning in. Always much appreciated, and enjoy the weekend. Cheers.